hours work rate come from?
That's the rate that, Mr. Hughes is paid.
Okay. That's his net rate or his loaded rate?
I think that's the gross rate.
Okay. Well, I don't mean net to him, just.
Right, yeah, well, that's why I was just, yeah, that's how much he is. That's his stated income
Okay.
amount
All right, great.
on the state schedule.
Okay. Any other discussion? Great. Is there a motion?
I move that we approve the commission cost in the amount of $553.35.
Second.
Any further discussion on the motion? If not, may we have a roll vote, please?
Mr. Brower,
Yes.
Ms. Coffin,
Yes.
Ms. Delores,
Yes.
Mr. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Chair Beatty.
Yes.
The motion passes 5-0.
Ms. Wilhelm.
I have nothing else other than to request a stay on the imposition of the fine pending whether Mr. Coupe decides to appeal.
I would say that that's reasonable, in my opinion, because if we were to send out notice saying, yeah, you gotta pay this any appeals, it's gonna be held in abeyance anyway. There certainly isn't the expectation that he makes the payment, and so, and once we send out notice, they'll have 15 days, from that time to make his determination as to whether he wishes to appeal or not. And so we'll know that in relatively short order.
Okay, so you're saying that a request is premature or
No,
let it go through, or
no,
should we be making a motion on her request?
it could go either way, because certainly if we just said, okay, no, you gotta pay this now in appeals, then it's gonna be held, we're not gonna be able to move enforcement, facility. And so I'd be inclined to grant her motion. I would recommend that the commission go ahead and grant her motion, because it's only up to the period of time in which, the appeal time runs. If we send out notice, and, I don't know when we'll get notice out of here. I haven't talked with Chris yet about when we're preparing, but, our normal process is to prepare disposition letters after the minutes of a meeting have been approved. The minutes at this meeting will be approved at our meeting on February 24th. Disposition letters can come out sometime shortly after that. And so we'd be looking at some time, if we got them out fairly promptly, to mid to late March. And so I think it's reasonable for the commission to approve what Ms. Wilhelm is asking for, to give her and the client an opportunity to figure out if they want to appeal or not. And if they do, then, then we got to go through the whole appeal process, and he's not going to be obligated to make a payment during that appeal process. So I would recommend approval of Ms. Wilhelm's request.
Do we need to have a time limit?
No, because the time limit is essentially the appeal process timeframe. There's an appeal, if they're going to appeal this decision, it's 15 days from the date when they receive notice from the commission under revised code 119, 12, I think it is, an appeal allowance for a decision by the commission. And so, like I said, depending on when we get disposition notices out, that will set the time frame for that. And if he appeals, then it's held in abeyance.
No.
If he
Okay.
doesn't,
All
it
right.
essentially comes into play at that point.
Okay, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Any further discussion on the motion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you, Ms. Wilhelm.
Okay,
Nicely done.
all right. Before I take a motion to formally adjourn the meeting, is there any other business for the commission? You have a formal, need to be taken care of at this time.
No, aside from identifying that the next meeting of the commission is February 24th.
I can come back now, right?
2022.
Yes, you can go back.
Yep.
On back.
The commission, next meeting is Commission February 24th, 2022, and that you will not be present.
Correct.
And Ms. Kaufman will sit in the chair seat for her meeting.
Right.
Mr. Chairman, just one other issue to bring up. I know we haven't had an opportunity to do the evaluation of our executive director, and I don't want to continue to deny him opportunity for some kind of increase.
No. We did that on the meeting you missed in December.
Oh, okay.
I was worried about you.
Oh, well, thanks for being worried. Yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate your worry and concern.
Okay,
Bill, you handled that very poorly. You should have said, well, yes, of course, we need to have another discussion.
I was gonna say, yeah. I like the way you think.
Yes.
Let's
Okay,
do that
all
next
right,
meeting.
hold on. All right. Commissioner Knight, would you like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'd like to make a formal motion to adjourn the meeting.
There's a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That is improved since the nothing. We are, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Did you think we were setting you up that nobody was going to second your motion?
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, okay, what's going on here? But, then I'm like, this is,
Welcome aboard.
what's my downside here?
That's right. Chick-fil-A.
Well, I hope we have Dennis back one more time at least.
Yes, me too.
Okay.
And could I move this chair farther down toward the door next time, or?
You said he's got 1 foot out, so.
I do indeed.
All right, you got right?
Nope,
From either?
nope.
Wow.
You know, aside from, as I was talking with Chair Kreitz the other day,